right, good morning and a good cloudy, miserable looking day to everybody correcting this, the 19th Reachback for TrueFalse Grade 8. Have it on hand. Make sure you make notes of anything you didn't show your work with. Uh, a lot of people that I got the work from aren't showing their work real properly for TrueFalse. So make a note of how I showed it. And if you didn't show your work properly, make sure you do copy it down because it is important that you mentally make a note of what should be shown. Question number one is a true false. It says 13 ninths is less than 1 decimal 4 repeating. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a calculator and we're going to change 13 divided by 9 or 13 ninths into a fraction. And it's actually 1 decimal 4 repeating. So if I was to show this as 1 decimal 4 repeating and 1 decimal 4 repeating is equal to 1 decimal 4 repeating, and therefore it's false. So this symbol here and showing that these two are equal is really what you need to do. You need to show they were equal, not less than or greater than each other. Question 2, which was similar to Monday's question, it says the square root of 25 plus the square root of 49 is equal, or 24 is equal to the square root of 49. Well, we know that this is equal to 5. Now I'll write down 5. And we know this is equal to something close to 5. We're going to say 4 decimal something. Right? And we know that the square root of 49 is 7, and therefore the square root of, or 5 plus 4 decimal something does not equal 7, and therefore it's false. Question 3. Now, we have a division and a multiplication. Remember, if you are going to do division, you can keep the first fraction, change the multiplication by the reciprocal. And if I was to just look at this question now, and I said I had 2/7 of pizza, and I multiplied by 4, that means I'm going to have 4 of these. And if I have 2/7 of pizza and I multiply it by a quarter, I'm only going to have a quarter of this, right? So therefore, we know for a fact that this, if I'm going to multiply it by 4, is going to be significantly bigger than this, which is multiplying it by a quarter, and therefore I can say false. Now there are a lot of people that probably said, you know what, I'm just going to show my work, and you would have got 8/7 is less than 2/28, and that's true as well because this is 1 1/7. Sorry, false. I mean, because this is much bigger than something that's less than 1. Okay. Question 4. We have a bedmass string. 5 times -40. We're just going to work this out. It's going to be -20, take away 10, which is going to be -30, is greater than, do your division first. So 5 take away 5 divided by -10, or -4 divided by -10 is 4. Is this the same one we did last day? No, it's not. It's different. This is going to be 4/6. Is -30 greater than 4/6? No, it's not, so it's false. Question number 5, a cube, so probably draw it, with an edge length of 10 has a surface area of 100. Well, remember, this face here, if it's 10 by 10, would have an area of 100 square centimeters. And there are 6 of them, so 6 times 100 equals 600. The surface area is actually 600, not 1,000, and therefore it's false. Question 6, the value of x. So what we're going to do here is just grab this equation and isolate the variable. I'm going to get rid of the constant first by adding 2. And then at this point, I'm going to multiply both sides by -5. And x is equal to 0 times -5, which is 0. So is the value negative? No, it's not. It's 0. 0 is not positive or negative. I guess it is positive. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone actually knows if it's positive or negative, let me know. Look it up, Google it, tell me what the answer is. The value of x in the equation, and we're going to take this equation, bring it around down here, solve it. 2 ways you can solve it. You can solve it by expansion or division first. Let's solve it by expansion today. -2x, and a -2 times a -1 is a +2. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides to get rid of the constant. Divide both sides by -2, and x equals 3. Therefore, it's true. Excuse me. Question 8, is this improper or mixed fraction greater than this improper fraction? Change it over to improper. So we're going to have 15 quarters is greater than 15 sixths. Now at this point, if you use logic, you can tell that this is true. Because if I have a quarter of pizza, right, there's a quarter, and if I have a sixth of pizza, right, 15 of these is going to be more pizza than 15 of these, so therefore it is true. Question 9, 22% tax. Okay, so if I have $8 and I want to say what is 22% of 8, that is going to be 22% of 8. Grab my calculator. The tax is going to be $1.76. Oops, $1.76. And therefore $8 plus $1.76 is $9.76, and therefore it is true. It's going to be less. Now, alternatively, you could have taken the $8 and found 122% of $8 because 100% is the cost of the scarf. The 22% is the tax on the scarf, and 122% would be both combined. So 122% would be 122% of 8. If I multiplied it like this, I still get the 976. And finally, your last question, if a hat, $24 hat is discounted 5%, then charged 10% on the discounted price, it would be more than $24. Well, let's see. So the discount is 5% of $24. I could take my discount and say that the discount is going to be $1.20. Now, alternatively, if I say 10% of, oh, sorry, that's not going to be right. Let me erase that. So $1.20 is a discount, so therefore it's going to be $24. Take away $1.20 is going to be $22.80. Right? That's the discounted price. So then 10% of $22.80. If we get 10% mentally, we know that we can move the decimal over one place. It's going to be $2.28. And since I know the discount was $1.20 and the tax is going to be $2.28, then I could say it's going to be more than $24. We know that for sure. The actual cost is going to be $25.08, which is more. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Only 2 more left. We got a surprise for you next week. So on Monday, we have a special final reach back. Good luck. Stay out of the rain. And make sure your boomer parents don't drive you crazy as you stay indoors today.